This is part 2 of our PRS video series, and it looks at how to pay PRS fees. If you're not sure what PRS fees are or if you need to pay them, then watch part 1 to find out. Here's a very quick recap. PRS fees are due on public performances, and where at least one piece of music is in copyright. So let's get down to business. If you owe PRS fees, there are 2 main ways to pay them. Through the venue, if it has a PRS licence, or if your venue doesn't have a licence, through making music. There are some exceptional circumstances where you can't pay through either of these routes. For example, if you're running a festival, performing in a school, or doing operas or musicals. You can find out more about these in our detailed guidance on the website. So first of all, paying through the venue. Most dedicated music venues will have a licence with PRS for music. If they do, then you must pay PRS through the venue. These are generally calculated as a percentage of box office takings, usually 4.8% depending on the venue's licence, sometimes with an admin fee which will be passed on to you as an invoice after the event. Remember, if you're not performing any music in copyright, then the venue shouldn't charge you for PRS. The venue will then pass on the fees to PRS for music along with your setlist or programme, so they know how to redistribute the money. Please note, churches can sometimes be licensed differently. If you're performing in a church, we recommend you read our full guidance on PRS. What if the venue doesn't have a licence? This is where we come in. If your venue doesn't have a licence, Making Music has an agreed PRS tariff based on audience size rather than box office takings, which makes it simple to pay through us. Fees are calculated and paid once per year, covering concerts that took place between 1st of November of the previous year and 31st of October of the current year. Throughout the year, whenever you have a concert, simply note down the number of people in the audience. Then, as part of your Making Music membership renewal each November, tell us how many concerts you had for each audience bracket and post us copies of your programmes. If you renew online, the PRS fees due for the year will be automatically calculated and added to your total bill. If you renew offline, you'll need to do the calculation yourself. Plus, if you pay your dues before the 12th of December, you'll get a 5% discount on your PRS fees. That's it for part 2. Here's a quick recap. If the venue has a licence with PRS for music, you must pay through the venue. This will be a percentage of box office takings and is normally invoiced after the event. If the venue doesn't have a licence, you can pay it through us. You just need to keep a note of audience sizes and then once a year submit the details to us. Whichever route you take, you will need to submit set lists or programmes alongside your payment. So, now you know what PRS is, whether you owe any fees and the best way to pay them. You can find out more about PRS and exceptions to the rules in our detailed guidance on the website, as well as finding guidance on other useful topics for running your group.